All right, guys, we're here today. We're doing an unboxing. It's our first one like this, but we got a pretty cool piece in the mail. We're gonna check and see what the condition looks like and what it is we got here and all. What is it, Dudley? What is it? It's old. It smells a little weird, huh?
That's the clock.
Look at that, huh? Wow. Hey, buddy. And that is what we got. And you're wondering, what is this thing? This is actually a model from the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. That was commemorating the Louisiana Purchase. So see a lot of memorabilia with like Thomas Jefferson, Napoleon, but in St. Louis, this was actually the centerpiece. It's the Cascade and Festival Hall. This is the festival hall. It actually had a bunch of cascades that went around it. You can kind of see like the flowing water down the steps here. It's missing the clock, but this is a super rare piece. It still has a lot of its plating. It was actually made by a company called Bernard Jacquard, but the design of this and the casting and the plating was definitely done by a company called Art Metalworks, which Louis Aronson is the guy who actually patented this gold plating process. But you can see in the back here, the actual writing, and I'll read that off to you. It is the Cascade and Festival Hall, World's Fair, St. Louis in 1904. It's even got the plate on the bottom. And we're gonna be on the search for a clock for this guy. But this is a great find, super cool piece. We're very excited. Gonna do some restoration to it.
A few moments later.
This is the Festival Hall clock that we picked up. You can see it's got some dirt going on. Some of this like green material that I think is caused because of some of the plating. We're gonna try to clean that off. We're gonna do some scraping here and probably run over with a copper brush. We're gonna see how this looks. So this is gonna be the before shot right here. Then we're gonna check it out after we're done. See how we did in the cleanup.
So before you start any type of restoration like this, you definitely want to clean the surface very thoroughly. So I typically use like Dawn soap and some warm water and scrub across the surface, try to loosen up any of the material that's on there. Also, you can see I just threw on some glasses here. Definitely, when you have things flying back in your face, you want to protect your eyes a bit. But yeah, pretty much just using dental type tools here, trying to get underneath some of these really stained areas with whatever this corrosion is on the piece. And the nice part about this is I'm seeing that gold plate kind of shine through once that dirt gets picked up there. And you can kind of see me using that copper brush very lightly. You can see some dust coming off here. But the nice thing about the copper brush is it's not really abrasive to the gold. So now I break out the Dremel, take the next step. That's actually a plastic bit on there. And I actually upgrade here to a light brass bit. Again, go very lightly. Wearing a mask here is very smart because there's going to be a lot of debris that gets kicked off. You don't want to be breathing that stuff in, that's for sure. But this will polish it up real nice, pick off some of that dirt, and get us to the next step in this restoration phase. In this next phase, we're going to try to put this object in a solution and see if we can get some of that hard-to-reach dirt out of there, loosen it up. This is Murphy oil soap. We're going to put that in some very warm water here. You want to try to get this water as warm as you can without burning your hands or skin. Mix it up pretty decently, and you typically want to let your object sit in here for several hours. Between 6 and 12 hours is what I've done in the past. It works really well on bronzes, this process. For something that's plated, it should work well also. Essentially what happens is it will start to gel with the surface of the object you're restoring, and it will loosen up the dirt, and you're going to want to use a Dremel or a brush to kind of pull that dirt off. So we're going to submerge our piece here. We'll let it soak for a while, and then we'll check out our results.
6.5 hours later.
All right, so now it's been a few hours, and we're ready to pull this guy out. And you're going to notice on the surface the actual reaction that we're hoping to get here. And it doesn't look good, obviously, with all these pock marks and kind of discolorations on the surface. You might think that we've actually damaged the piece, but this is exactly what we want. So this just means that it's gelled at the surface, and now we can start removing some of this dirt. You Give you a quick little once over of the whole piece. Again, this will be our kind of before shot. And now we're going to take the Dremel and tools and we're going to start peeling this stuff away.
One eternity later.
So we've wrapped it up. It looks like the Raffaello soap worked very well. This surface looks pretty great. We threw in a replacement clock. Clock looks pretty good. It's not in a working condition, but I think it kind of fits the model pretty well. But you can really see the gold plate coming through, some of the copper underneath that, because anything that's typically plated on a lead or a pot metal needs to be plated with copper first, and then you're going to put whatever your other plating is on top of that, whether that's gold or silver. But this really came out great. I was super happy with it. The condition of the clock is it's in great shape. No real damage, and the plating looks perfect. And here are some images of the before and after. So left-hand side is what it was, right-hand side is this now, and here's some better photos of the finished product, which I think came out pretty good. So I would say this is a successful restoration, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.